Welcome back to Inside Workforce Development. I'm Melinda Kelsey. Joining me today on today's show is Bob Ravner, Executive Vice President and Chief People Officer of Dollar General. Wow, such good information on what you're doing with Dollar General and as a member of the State Workforce Board. And I think, you know, we were talking during the break, during the recession, Dollar General continued to grow. Have you remained competitive in the retail business even during the recession? I know everything's kind of has picked up significantly. How did Dollar General remain competitive?
Well, I think it starts with a formula that the consumer is looking for. When we combine convenience and value, so you can walk into one of our stores and get in and out quickly and pay the lowest prices around or thereabouts. That's a recipe for opportunity, that people don't have to go fight crowds and parking lots and everything else. So I think it starts with that, and then part of that includes ensuring that we've got the products that people are looking for, and so they keep coming back.
Sure, that's echo user here, user end over here. So I want to go back again. If somebody's watching the show, and hopefully they are, and they're looking for either a career change, they're looking for a first-time job, you're getting ready to get in. This is January. It's going to be summer's going to be here, and you know, students are going to be looking for employment opportunities. How would they reach out other than going to the website? And are there opportunities for them to work actually just part-time to get that experience?
We, like many companies, have entry-level part-time sales associates.
Okay.
I think it's a great way for people to gain some valuable experiences. And then within our organization, you know, you ask what continues to keep us competitive. I think everybody wants to be part of a winning team. So having won and continuing to win over the last several years has certainly been a plus for us, which then creates opportunity and growth. And so if people are looking for opportunity and growth, to me it's about getting your foot in the door, learning the trade, learning the business itself, and then letting your skills and capabilities and aspirations take you as far as you want to go. I think that's the way to make it work. So yes, I would encourage anybody that needs to gain some experiences is to get that foot in the door and then let their skills and capabilities take over.
It's important. We talk about that. I know you've it's been an agenda on yours as the chairman of the State Workforce Board to make sure that our youth have an opportunity to be able to transition from school into the workplace and to have those skill sets. How critical are soft skills in the retail business and in the business that you oversee? Well,
not to be too oversimplistic, but if you break down any organization into, there are technical capabilities and then the interpersonal skills, or what you would call the cultural fit. Right. Any study you read would tell you that most people don't fail because of their technical skills or lack thereof. It's because of the cultural fit. So interpersonal skills are extraordinarily important. Learning to work together, work as a team, maintaining self-control, showing up to work on time, being reliable, dependent, all of those things that our parents teach us are very, very important, and on balance are even more important than the technical capabilities, because most businesses are not all that complex. What they need are the right kinds of people working together to come up with a greater good than what they could do by themselves. And so I think those are extraordinarily important.
You traveled with us when the commissioner did his listening tours across from Memphis to Mountain City, and we heard those over and over and over again, how critical the just communications, just the soft skills, the lack thereof of soft skills, and I know that you've just touched on that. So you've also touched on the fact that our military have that as well. So you know, what advice would you give someone that's looking for work right now, and or maybe again looking for a career change or looking at something to do a little different? What would you advise?
Well, first thing I'd say is not let your ego get in the way. When I was exiting the military, I started in the corporate world with a company that most people would recognize, PepsiCo. I was offered an opportunity outside of my field of expertise and was offered to be able to start that at the ground level. Now, if my ego had gotten in the way, I would have said, you know, I want to do something more than that, and I'll wait around for that next best thing. But I didn't do that. I took that opportunity because I knew I had to learn from the ground up. And then once I was able to get in and learn the basics, then those attributes, skills, and capabilities I learned through the military began to shine through.
Sure.
And so the first bit of advice would be, don't be afraid to take a step back if you're going to make a career change. Because if you're so locked into earning as much or more than what you were doing before, or trying to do as much or as more, then you may limit your capabilities for opportunity in other places that may ultimately take you farther than you would otherwise go.
Good advice. I hope that the viewers are listening to the advice that you're giving, and if they're interested in coming to work at Dollar General, they know where to go. Go Google Dollar General or jobsfortn.gov, and hopefully they'll have a career and we can continue to grow. And thank you so much for being on the show, number one, and for the service to our country. And as the chairman of the State Workforce Board, it's a critical role, and you have served that well and continue to do that. And I think you bring that corporation piece to state government.
Well, thanks, Melinda. You know, the other thing I would say, it was very enlightening to me to hear from the state that the single biggest opportunity they have is to find 18 to 24-year-old jobs that have no experience.
Right.
I would encourage employers to open their doors to give people experiences so that they can help our state thrive even more in the future.
Great. Thank you again. Happy holidays to you.
Thanks,
Look forward to having you on the show again.
Thank you.
Join us again on Inside Workforce Development. Have a good day.